Greetings and welcome to yet another Flavorful Eats. Joining me today is my good friend again, Sumana Bhat, and my mother, Shirley Naidu, who I'll be addressing as Amma. So today our topic is the beet. You cannot beat the beetroot. So Sumana is here going to be telling us all about the beetroot, whether you roast it whole or you blend it into a classic soup, salad, main meal, dessert or drink as a juice. Beetroot it has tons of vitamins and minerals, and so without much ado, you're going to get started with a nice soup.
Yeah, sure. So the first item that we're planning to make is beetroot soup, and so let's go ahead and get started. So I've gone ahead and pre-cut a few of the beetroot, a couple of beetroots here. But what I'd like to do is just display or show you the beetroot. So this is what you see. It's typically it's a root. So you do have the root that grows under the ground, and then you have the leaves. Now the leaves are very nutritious. They're bitter, but the beetroot itself is very sweet.
Well, it's not terribly bitter if you put a little bit extra onion. Anyway, we'll do that further.
We'll do that further. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, for this particular item that we're making, it's called beetroot soup. We'll be using the beetroot itself and not the leaves.
So you use about 1 3/4 pounds of beets, correct?
That's correct.
And
for this particular recipe.
It's about 3 to 4 beetroots?
About three beetroots, I would say.
About the size you have in your
I have
hand
about
right
2 there, and this is the third one that I'm cutting right now. So what we first do is wash the beet, and then we peel it.
So if you really want to save the nutrition, you can actually use a knife and scrape it instead of peeling it also. And then, you know, the fingers are going to get red. Don't get too alarmed. It can get washed out, and if it doesn't, you can use lemon juice, and that's a tip.
That's correct.
Yes, and the beet is actually a powerhouse of nutrition. It's been used in the olden days as a medical. They used to use it more as medicine than cooking. So I'm sure glad that they introduced it to cooking, but I do enjoy beetroot because it is everything in one. It has all the B vitamins, it has all the good folate, especially people that are worrying about getting pregnant soon. It's good to have folate.
Oops.
And that's good for that. So so with that, you heat the pot.
We'll start heating the pot. Okay.
So I'll just keep the big pot ready.
Right, so we're almost done with cutting the beetroot.
Okay, the beetroot was washed beforehand, so she doesn't need to really wash it now.
That is correct.
Okay, so then we're going to be using this the greens later to make another vegetable.
That's right. Okay, all right, so we're ready.
The
pot is getting, the pot is on. Okay, so the first thing that we do for the beetroot soup is we take a little bit of olive oil, and I think it's about a tablespoon of olive oil.
A teaspoon of olive oil.
And then to that we add garlic. So we'll go ahead and do 2 cloves of garlic. And then we saute this now. So let's go ahead and start sauteing it.
So while Sumana is sauteing that, you know, the beetroot is going to be used in today's show as a starter, main course and dessert.
That's right.
And you know, it's like I said before, it's low in fat, full of vitamins and minerals, packed with powerful antioxidants, a health food titan. Many countries use beetroot to make sugar, including the USA. They use, you know, I neglected to say there's such a variety of beetroots. We have the white beets, and that's what's used for sugar. Then we have the regular one that most people are very used to.
The deep purple color one.
The golden. This is the golden, and this is the regular red one.
That's correct.
So you know, so it is really a powerhouse of very good
stuff. Yeah, that's right. So, okay, this is cooking, or this is sauteing.
Right. To that, you're just going to be adding potatoes to cook for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
So she's washed and cut up a potato.
Yeah, the next ingredient is the potato. Again, I've gone ahead and cut it, washed it, peeled it and cut it.
Again, it's 4 ounces, so she took a rough guess and she put 1 potato.
That's exactly
it. Yeah. The good thing about cooking, it doesn't have to be accurate like when you are baking. It's burning. When you are baking, you need to be to the T. when you're cooking, you make it to the taste, whatever you taste.
Okay.
In order for a cake to work, you want it to be really, you have to put the right amount of raising agent and stuff. In this case, you don't. We do this all to our taste.
That's right.
And
So
we
this
use
is
the
potato.
recipe as our guideline.
That's right. So the next thing after putting in the potatoes, let's go ahead and add the beetroot, the cut beetroot. Okay.
So this belongs to the vegetable family, and it's the same family as the chard and spinach. Both the leaves and the roots can be eaten, like I said earlier on. The leaves has somewhat of an earthy taste more than a bitter taste, if you think about it.
That's right.
And the root is also earthy, round and sweet, as we showed you. It's very round and due to its high sugar content, beetroot is delicious eaten raw, cooked or pickled. We actually make some very savory chutneys with it too.
Yeah.
And
It's very versatile.
as I showed you earlier on, they come in all different colors. And when you roast them in these different colors, it makes such a beautiful presentation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and they're very rich in calcium, iron, and vitamins A and C. And yeah, like I said, the greens can be cooked just the way you eat spinach.
Yeah, they say that it's also used as a detoxification.
Detox.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be used for that too.
And it's got simple carbohydrates, which means it is more easily digested. And then most of the carbs actually come in the way of fiber, so it makes it that much a better vegetable
To eat, yeah.
than a starchy vegetable.
That's
Because here
correct.
you did mix a starchy vegetable, but that is just going to give it more body in the soup.
That's correct.
Because you're not going to be using cream and anything, so your potato is going to be, do the job of that.
Okay. So now that we have the beetroot as well as the potato cooking, what we're going to do is add a little bit of dill. Now dill, this is really very nutritious.
Yes, it is.
It is.
And it's got all, anything green.
And this is like bright green.
This is nice and bright green.
So again, we take a little bit of this and then we add a little bit of our vegetable broth.
So you're adding about a quart of vegetable broth, correct?
I think it's about 3.5 cups.
Okay.
So it's almost the full.
Yeah, so it's about a quart.
Yeah, it's about a quart. Yeah. So let's go ahead and add this, and this needs to now cook for 20 minutes. So I think we'll just go ahead and let it cook.
Then leave it to cook on its own. So
Yeah,
we
let me
close
just
the
add a
pot.
little bit of salt.
Oh yes.
Add a little bit of salt.
So simple, so easy, and in no time it can be done.
Yeah, that's right. And a little bit of pepper. So I'll make sure that I'm not
Overpowering.
the pepper, because I think that's what happened last time when I made this. Okay, there you go. So now we can go ahead and keep it for cooking.
So while that's cooking, Sumana is going ahead and making her next dish, which is a sweet dish, correct?
Yes, that's right. So both of these take a long time to cook, so that's the reason why we're doing those first. So this takes about 20 minutes. The soup needs to boil for about 20 minutes. So that's the reason why we've just made it, and we're keeping it on the flame to cook. So the next item that we're going to be making is the halwa. So again, the halwa takes a little bit of longer time to cook, which is the reason why we're making it up front.
So for the halwa today, Sumana is using a cup of beetroot,
That is right.
a cup and a half of milk,
A cup and a half of milk,
A cup
and
of,
we'll use this pan. We want to use a wider pan
yes,
so that we have a
evaporates
larger
quickly.
surface. Yeah, we have a larger surface to evaporate for the milk, because actually the beetroot has to cook in the milk. So in order to be able to do that, we need to make sure that we have a very large surface area so that the milk evaporates and the beetroot gets cooked. Okay,
So
so
to
let's
that
go ahead
you
and
add
take a
ghee?
little bit of ghee. Okay, a little bit of ghee.
So in this, even though Sumana is using regular, you can see she's using regular organic cane sugar. You can use date sugar, you could use coconut sugar. You could use just about anything you want to just sweeten your...
That's right. So to a little bit of ghee, we're adding the beetroot. Again, the beetroot, what we did was we went ahead and used the food processor and cut it into, and used the food processor and basically shredded
You shredder the beet, but
The
if you don't have a food processor, you can use any shredder.
Shredder, yeah, that's right. I mean, you can grate it too.
Grate it, yes.
Okay. So this needs to, this is at 7.5, okay, so I think we're good here.
We didn't let the pan get heated, I think.
Okay.
All
So
right,
to this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the milk. So we have about a cup and a half of milk, and we're going to go ahead and add that here to
you
the
could
beetroot.
use any milk. She's using fresh milk, organic milk. But you could use just about
2%.
anything. You could use almond milk or any one of those milk substitutes.
That's right. All right. So again, this needs to, as I mentioned before, this beetroot needs to cook in the milk. So we're just going to allow it to cook.
So today we're doing all our cooking on the stove. So
Yeah.
so
Alright.
you're going to leave that to cook and later on add the sugar and
Yes.
the...
So what we do is we are allowing the beetroot now to cook in the milk, and when 75% of the milk is evaporated, then we go ahead and add the sugar as well as the cardamom powder.
So you want to fry your cashews in readiness
Yeah,
for that later?
let's go ahead and do that. So we have a little bit of, again, where's the ghee?
So while Sumana is doing that, we've already washed the greens. I'm going to start chopping up some of the greens. Here you can use the stems, the greens and everything together. So these were all nicely washed and kept ready for us to use. So I'm chopping it very fine to be used in our little vegetables we're going to be making with the greens.
So now this is another part of the halwa, that's the dessert. So while this is cooking, separately what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cashews, some ghee, and fry the cashews in the ghee. So I'm just going to go ahead and prep this too. Okay, and as you see, the beetroot here is cooking in the milk. All right, and let's check on this now. Okay, and let's go ahead and, all right, so here too we have the soup cooking.
So the cashews is frying very nicely out there. Just going to get more of the greens that come. May, do you want to stir this?
Yeah, we need another, okay, here if you want. And the beetroot, just to, the beetroot is, I think, originally from India, the Mediterranean area, as well as the Atlantic, off the coast of the Atlantic. But nowadays you find beetroot all over the world.
They spoke about it being started in Rome. The early Romans used it for medicinal purpose. Then the Greeks did something with it, and then I guess the German, that's what they call the borscht.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm pronouncing right.
Yeah. Borscht, yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's the beet soup that they make.
Yes, the one with the dough.
Yeah.
Dough, yes. And then the time when this is most it's June to October, I believe.
Yeah, that's a peak season. Though they do grow it all over the
now it's
all over
throughout
the year.
The world.
Yeah.
I mean throughout the year. It's
That's
been
right.
available throughout the year, but it's farmed around that time.
The other thing, because of the deep color that it has, the deep purple color, it was also used as a dye.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, this is a natural dye.
Dye.
Use it. Whenever they talk about natural dye, they use the beetroot for sure. It's actually, as I said earlier on too, it's a good source of fiber, protein, manganese, and potassium.
Yeah.
So people with high blood pressure, it also helps with that.
It helps with that, yeah.
It's
that's
like
right.
amazing. It's just
that.
a very amazing vegetable. People who has problem with iron deficiency, this is another thing.
High in iron as well as folic acid. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said earlier on, pregnant mothers are worried about having issues with spinal problems with infants. It starts from day one when baby is, even before baby is born. So one has to be extra. You're looking for a bowl.
I'll just use for the bowl. Yeah. So it looks like the cashews are fried and or sautéed, and they're ready to go. So we to put into the dessert once the halwa is done. So we'll go ahead and take this off the flame.
So while that is now going, you want to start with your...
Yeah, I mean, this is going to take some time. I think it takes about 20 minutes for this to cook.
Yeah, so you can start with the next dish.
Oh, but the aroma, oh my God, it's just, it's so good.
Between the dill in that beetroot and that ghee in your...
Yeah,
your
I mean, this is really
dessert
smelling
is
very good
heavenly.
right now, yeah. I mean, the combination of the dill with the beetroot is, it's an excellent combination. No wonder they have that in the the borscht, so borscht soup.
But you want to start with your vegetable curry?
Yeah, we can start. Do you want to? Should we start with the vegetable curry?
Yes, please.
All right. So I think I need to bring all the ingredients out from here. So we have the beet soup going and we have the dessert going. We are now starting with the next recipe, which is a beetroot curry. Okay. So for the beetroot curry, let's go ahead and
So
start
for the
with this.
beetroot curry, Sumana is using all array of good vegetables around here.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so for here again, the beetroot, for the beetroot curry, we're going ahead, we cut the beetroot into dices. I think you just dice dice the beetroot. And here again, we have about 3 beetroots in here, and that's been diced and kept. So the next thing, so now let's start with the beetroot curry. So the first thing that we're going to do is again add a little bit of oil, olive oil, and then we start with the seasoning, which includes a little bit of mustard seeds, urad dal. Urad dal is again, this is our protein.
Yes, source of protein.
Yeah, powerhouse.
But it also gives a nice flavor to that vegetable.
That's right.
And then some
dried red chilies. A little bit of asafoetida. So again, this is a hing, again a very, very nutritious.
And helps digestion if anything else.
That's right. Very tasty. Okay, and then yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that. So once we have, so we're just preparing the seasoning first.
I think you forgot a ingredient here.
That's right. We're just waiting for the seasoning to actually.
You want the mustard seeds to
saute.
splatter. And,
Yeah, that's right.
So you're adding some curry leaves to it also, right? So all
That's
the
right.
nutritious things to help digestion and everything else.
Yeah, what I try to do is usually the curry leaves are usually very, very big, and since it's really nutritious, it just makes sense to go ahead and cut it or mince it and put it into the curry so that people can actually eat it and
Not waste
leverage and leverage the health benefits of the curry leaf.
That's true. If you remember from our episode on curry leaves alone, you'll know all the health benefits on curry leaves.
That's right. All right, let's check on our soup now. It seems to be boiling and to be ready to. All right, so now you hear the spluttering of the mustard seeds. So that means that it's now we're close to being ready for putting in the curry leaves and the other ingredients.
So, and in the meantime, look at how nicely this is evaporating very quickly.
Okay, so it looks like we're about 75%
Yes.
already evaporated. So let's go ahead and add the sugar.
So it's 1 cup of sugar.
1 cup of sugar. Okay, and as you see over here for the curry, we already have the mustard seeds spluttering. So let's add the curry leaves. And to that now, we're going to go ahead and add the beetroot, the diced beetroot.
This one? Okay. See how the sugar made more liquid?
Yeah.
Sugar always does.
All right, so should we go ahead and cover this? Okay, so now we have our beetroot. We are allowing the beetroot to cook, and we're going to allow it to cook and just covering it right now.
So that cooks like maybe 5-6 minutes a minute, or you do it longer?
Yeah, till you feel it
They're tender,
a little bit
tender.
yeah, not very
Not very soft.
Not very soft, but because you know you want to
Yes, you want it
make
crunchy.
sure. Yeah, you want it crunchy, but again at the same time it's not too crunchy. Now
You
let's
don't want
see
it
if this is
underdone,
done.
either even overdone.
Is this done? I think that's the question.
Do you need a fork? Or there's a knife here if you need it.
Well, I think the potatoes
poke it.
need to be cooked a bit. Yeah.
So you got another step to your curry?
We have one more step. Okay, actually I can go ahead and start
Yes,
start
maybe that's a
working
good
on
idea.
that. So now let me see. Add my mixer. Okay, I left it. Oh, the other ingredient that I forgot to put into the curry is the turmeric powder. So again, this is a really healthy thing, and usually we put that in. Almost every curry has turmeric powder. So let's now start with the paste. Now this is a paste that you add to the curry. It's made out of coconut. So I have about a cup of coconut here. And to this, I'm going to go ahead and add cumin seeds. That's about a spoon of cumin seeds, and a few dried red chilies. So that's, again, I'm just using about 2 of them. This should be good. So 2 red chilies, and I need some water. So let me just, I'm going to go ahead and add, just to make a paste, I'll add a little bit of water, and so that it just covers the coconut. And I'm going to now turn the blender on.
It's on.
Okay, cool. All right, so it looks like our paste is done.
Yeah, that looks like it's all done.
That's all done. So we're just going to look for this curry and just make sure that this is cooked.
This
you think
looks like it's almost done too. Look
yeah,
at it.
that's right.
Yeah, once Amma gets done with the greens, then maybe the potatoes will be done. and you
Done
can-
by that time, yeah. Typically it takes about 20 minutes for that to cook. So
So you're done with all of this?
I think we're pretty much done. Yes. I think we're almost done, right? Maybe another 5 more minutes. Yeah, another 5 more minutes, and then we can wrap that up. So the halwa is almost done. This is the dessert. So do we want to go ahead and add a little bit? So what I'm going to do is, this is the cardamom powder. Oh no, this is the cardamom powder. Oh boy, it would have been a big disaster if I'd added the other one. Okay, so now what it is, it looks like our halwa or the dessert is pretty much complete, or it's cooked completely. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit in the end. I'm going to add a little bit of cardamom powder. So we're going to add a little bit of this cardamom powder.
Okay, that's ready.
It's ready, right?
Yeah.
So, and then lastly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sauteed.
You want to save a few for your decoration later?
Yes, sure. I'm just going to. Oh. Sorry
You
about
can still
that.
pick up a couple from there.
Yeah, we'll just take a few from there and put it inside, put it back here for decoration. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll supply the recipes at the end of the show in the credits. So we'll make sure that it's there.
That's right.
So now you can turn it over here, and you can start with your
Second curry.
second, the greens.
Yeah,
Cooking
that's
the
right.
greens.
And so this next curry will be using the greens of the beetroot.
Just to show you, this is all nicely condensed and evaporated, and it's nice and smooth, and it'll make a very yummy dessert. Very simple, very yummy, and
Very healthy also.
just the sugar. But like I said, you can use any type of sugar and make it healthier, so you don't have to stick to just regular sugar. And if you don't want sugar, sometimes it's sweet enough for some people. It's good to go that way too, because beetroot is sweet.
That's right.
So it's sugar to taste. Like I said, everything is to taste. All right, now for our next one is, what are you doing, Amma? We have the greens. The greens right there. We have the onions. Gonna put it out there. Put it out there, Ma. Just to show the ingredients.
Garlic.
Okay. All right. So first of all, you added a little bit of oil in the pot.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
right. We can use this. Yeah.
see-
Do we want to use this?
No,
oil?
she's already have the oil.
She already has oil. Okay.
So you're gonna add the chilies first, red chilies first.
Yeah. No, onion first.
You first with onion.
Can I
And
use
there's a
the-
spoon right here, Ma.
Oh, you got a clean spoon. The oil is nice and hot. Just saute the onion for a little bit time.
Adding your dry chilies.
Yes.
So again, the chilies is to your taste. We normally break the chilies and put it in. And yeah, it depends on how hot you like it or how mild you like it. It's just a little flavoring. If you don't want chilies, that's good enough too. You can just add pepper. But just onion and garlic is fine.
Yeah, I think the garlic is nice.
And then you add garlic next.
All right.
And then here we're adding the stems and the...
Wait till you cook it.
Yeah, this is like, here there's about 2 bunches of greens. 3 bunches of greens.
Quite a lot of greens.
It's going to feed quite a few people. But like most greens, it all becomes very little.
Yeah, that's right. It just compresses or it just shrinks. So that's the reason why, you know, it's good to have large quantities of it if you really
Yes.
want to have use it as a curry.
Now we can add on the herbs, the greens.
Greens, the herbs. That has mostly the roots. Sumana, you want to add? Okay.
What's that?
You need to put more of those, the greens on your side.
Too much.
So, huh? You think it's too much?
Yes.
It's fine.
So the amount of oil that I've put in.
Yeah, the oil and the...
The same thing, we put
Yeah.
tamarind sauce.
There's different ways of cooking the greens. This is the easiest way of doing it. Just onion, garlic, and some salt.
That's why salt, Sumana. Salt.
The salt? Okay, I think I
like
need
that
some
salt,
more of
right?
the salt.
Celtic sauce, we will also add more nutrition to the already nutritious greens. So
I think the
just
soup should be done.
So you want to transfer it and get it zoomed?
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and...
Do you need some help?
I may need a little bit of help. Let's see. Okay, so our soup is pretty much done. It's already been cooked for 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this off. And then get our the mixer ready. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use the blender and you know, and put the mixture into the blender.
Sumana forgot. You good?
All right, this is done. Okay, so now I'm going to put this into the mixer and so again, we put this on for about 5 minutes, 45 seconds, or about 6 minutes or so. So I think we just finished about a minute or so. I'm going to put it on. Okay, so it looks like we're done with the soup. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the mixer.
Oops.
That's hot. Okay, so we're all set. I'm just going to go ahead and pour it.
Oh, that looks such a lovely bright red color.
Yes. Okay, so I
good.
think we'll
That's
just leave the rest of it inside here.
I'm good. Green.
All right, so it looks like we're done with the soup. And what they typically do is they garnish it with either sour cream or the
Greek
yogurt,
salad.
you know, the
Greek
Greek yogurt, and also a little bit of dill.
So
that's how
we
we.
that right now.
Do we want to do it here
Yeah,
or
you
just
can
put
do
it
that.
in the
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Keep the both.
Put the sour cream first.
Yeah, we'll put the sour cream first.
You have some in that little ring. You want to put the soup in there?
Which one?
You have some in there. You want to put?
Yes, sure. Let's do that. Ooh, sorry. It's fine, right?
So you want to wipe it out.
Yeah. All right, so I think we're good, right?
Just bring a napkin to wipe it out.
That looks pretty.
It looks really nice. Yeah.
As you can see, it's so lovingly being done.
Yes. I think we'll just do that. We'll wait for the people. Yeah, we'll just because again, I don't want to make it too spicy, and then people are. All right, so that's the soup, the beet soup. Looks really yummy.
That's the first cause.
So the next thing is our curry. Let me see, where's the.
You can use
Maybe
this
we
one.
can just use this one, yeah. All right, and it looks like a dessert is also done, which is the halwa.
That looks
And
pretty
so
too.
we have the halwa as well as the soup is complete. So we just have the two curries, and then we're all good to go.
Nice winter meal.
Okay. Okay, so the next item, so now it looks like our beetroot is pretty much cooked. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the paste, the coconut paste.
So because everything is fried beforehand, so it's just in the meantime our greens are ready. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
So the greens
Okay.
are all ready. It's cooked down nicely. You can eat the greens raw in a salad also. There you go, and that looks good too.
Yeah, that's right. Just need to just mix it a bit. All right.
Pour the soup over it.
Okay, so it looks like the curry is pretty much done here. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this into a serving dish.
Want me to hold it for you?
Yeah, just. All right, so I think we're done.
Sumana, you've done it once again. We have a very colorful green and red, perfect for Christmas. Beetroot is available any time of the year. It is one of the more nutritiously dense food, low in calories, high in nutrition, and
Delicious in taste.
and really fantastic
Yeah.
tasting. It's because of the sweet. And, I mean, if they're making sugar with beets, why not, right?
That's right.
So as we said, we have a variety of different colors, and you cut them. They're beautiful, beautifully roasted, beautifully souped. It's dessert. Just the greens. Greens really has even more nutrition than even the roots. But all in all, thank you. Sumana co-produced this and sponsored the whole show. Thank you very much once again. Thank you, Amma.
You're
And
welcome.
all the best to everybody. Please watch the program, try it, and let us know what you feel, how it tastes. Contact me on flavorfuleats@gmail.com with any comments. We will try and put all the recipes at the end of the during the credits. And with that, from Flavorful Eats, till we meet again.
All right, cool.
In ordinary circumstances, we let you finish the food, but here I know you have your camera running. So I don't know whether you want to finish it.
So again, we have two curries here. One is made out of root, that's the one on the left. And then we have the one made out of the beans, and that's on the right.